Good morning, everyone. To all viewers, good morning, classmates. I'm Jay Balisco, VS Ed 4. My topic is all about, going to report, it's all about the 1987 Constitution. In Article 14, education, science, and technology, arts and culture, and sports. Uh, Education. In Section 1, the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such the education accessible to all. Section 1, this means that state should help all the citizens to educate themselves. That's why our government had to open a free education to all levels. That's why we also have a scholarship in all we have scholarship in all levels of educations, and also protect and promote the right of every citizens here in the Philippines. So, and section 2, section 2, so guys, the state shall first encourage non-formal, informal, and indigenous learning system as well as self-learning, independent, and out of school studies program, particularly those that responds to community needs. That's why our government as a social worker and teacher to visit people in the mountain to educate them by the proper and teach them to read and write so that they will the people in the out of the uh, province they will not be ignorant according by the law, and the indigenous people should learn how to communicate for them to respond their community needs. And next, section 3, all educational institution shall include the study of institution as part of curricula. It means that all institution in the Philippines, private or public, school shall include the study of Constitution of Philippines as part of the curriculum, because as a Filipino citizen, it is our duty to know and learn about the Constitution. And the second one is they shall inculcate patriotism and nationalism, respect of human rights, strengthen and ethical and spiritual values, then moral character and personal discipline. And the three is religion shall be allowed to be taught to their children onward. Then elementary and high school. These are already taught in religion during the primary school, or the parents. Parents is already taught their children about the religion on their belief and their beliefs, because we have a different beliefs when it comes to religion, because not all of the ca- are not all of us are Catholic, Muslims, or other not mentioned religions. Then in section 4, all revenues and assets of non-stock, non-profit educational institution used actually, directly, and exclusively for educational purpose shall be exempt for taxes and duties. Uh, in this statement, ensure that all income received by the received by any university of educational institution existing shall exempted in any taxes. In Section 5, state shall take into account regional and sector needs and condition and shall encourage local planning in the in the development of the educational policies and programs. This statement this shall provide the needs of the school and shall planning encourage the local planning in the development of educational policies. That's it. And the next is language. The national language of the Philippines is Filipino. As it evolves, it shall be further developed and enriched and base of existing Philippines and other language. So, as a Filipino, we have on our own languages, and it's our duty to learn our own language because it is the way to expand it. And number 7, section 7, Spanish and Arabic shall be promoted on the voluntary and optionally basis. So the Spanish and Arabic language or subject should be promoted in voluntary or optionality basis, and it depends if the institution should open the subject or the Spanish and Arabic languages. And 8, the Constitution shall be promulgated in the Filipino and English and shall be translated into major regional languages, Arabic and Spanish. So, the Constitution of the Philippines should promote the Filipino as our native languages and English because as a universal language, and it can be also translated in the Arabic and Spanish. So those institutions teaching this language, the Arabic and the Spanish languages. So in section 9, the Congress shall establish a national language commission composed of representative and various region and discipline, which shall undertake, coordinate, and promote researches for the development, propagation, and preservation of Filipino and other languages. So, based on the deliberations and based on the deliberation on this stated is to develop the propaganda and the preservation of the Filipino language of our government to to ensure that the all Filipino will be the national language of all the Philippines, ang Tagalog. Then science and technology. Section 10. Science and technology are essential for national development and the progress. They shall give priority to it. And the Section 11, the Congress may provide the essential, including tax deductions, to encourage private and participation in the programs of basic applied science research. And the Section 10 and 11 are the same law. And these laws all given Filipinos scientists the chance to work in other country or our country rather than to work abroad. It is the program where is the name is Balik Scientist Program. That's it by Jingo Estrada in favor of the Filipino scientists to share their knowledge and work in our country. Number 12, Section 12. The state regulate the transfer and promote the adoption of technology from all resources for the national benefit. It shall encourage the widest participation of private groups, local governments, and community-based organizations in generation and utilization of the science and technology. And this state recognize the sensitivity of the family and the shall protect all strength, all strength and all strength for the family as a basic as a basic auton as a basic autonomous social institution for our for our adoption for the technology. That's why to promote. And the section 13, the state shall protect and secure the exclusive rights of the scientists, inventors, artists, and the other gifted citizens to their intellectual property and creations, particularly when beneficial to the people for such period as may be provided by law. This state recognize that ineffectively intellectual and industrial industrial fa- uh, industrial property, and the system is what vital in the development of domestic and creative activity and the facilities transfer from the technology and attracts the foreigners investment and ensure market access for the products for this kind of state. That's why there are more product insured by this. Uh, and the next is arts and culture. The state shall foster a preservation, enrichment, and dynamic evolution of the Filipino national culture based on the principle of unity, diversity in a climate of free artistic and intellectual expressions. This act in Section 14, this act is created for the Philippines, registering for cultural property and to the other steps to preserve that historic buildings like that can other can be used like the other buildings can be old years old. In the section 15, arts and letters shall enjoy the patronage of the state. The state shall conserve, promote, and popularize the nation historic and culture, heritage and resource as well as artistic creations. This state shall conserve as a heritage treasure as well as to resources, where it came from and how it can be made. That is what we call of this section. Yeah. And the section 16, all countries are artistic. All countries' artistic and historic wealth constitute the cultural treasure of the nation and shall be under protection of the state, which may regulate this position. It means that in these sections, all historic wealth, constitution, and cultural treasure shall be protected by the state in order to preserve it as a treasure of the place and in our country. Okay, and section 17, the state the state shall recognize and respect and protect the right of the indigenous cultural communities through to preserve and develop their cultures, traditions, and constitution. And this section means that our government respect the our lumads, mga lumads, indigenous people, or indigenous people. That's why we have the law for the lumads to respect them and to protect them, and all cause sense all cause the sense most of them haven't studied, because that's why our government protect the lumad or the indigenous people, to giving their needs and preserving their culture and traditions for lumads and for lumads or indigenous people. Then sa section 18, the state shall encourage and support researcher and studies on the arts and culture. And this state or section 18 shall encourage the researcher to research and more about the studies of the arts, culture of our country, because there are still arts, and having recognized here in the Philippines, because of there's a lack of researcher. There's a lack of researchers. The government also support in research. And the next is sports. Section 19. The state shall promote physical, educational, uh, education and encourage sport program. And that's why our school here in the Philippines, starting from the kindergarten to college, they promote physical education program, or also known as a PE subject. And we also celebrate the intramurals every year to encourage students to participate the program and show their skills in sports. Um, the two is all educational institutions shall undertake regular sports activity throughout the country in cooperation with athletic clubs and other sectors. In this state, in Section 19, all the institutions of the Philippines shall open sports activities for all the athletic members to join the clubs and to shall play the sports around the country to represent their place, and also uh, to to give the quality, uh, than to bring the name of the school of the sports. Then that's all. And thank you guys for watching, and God bless. Thanks. Bye bye.